Everybody get your wish list together.
Everybody. David, I'm sorry, brother. I just put you in a bind, didn't I? Guess you just thought you were retiring.
Who's your daddy?
Swarm trap. This is something I know a little bit about. $29 swarms this year in swarm traps. Only had 30 traps up.
So these are feral, are they feral bees?
I do not trap anywhere near folks that have hives. Google Earth is a great little program to look at. I can look in your backyard, maybe last year. I can still look in your backyard and go, yeah, there's beehives, but I don't want to go nowhere near them. Because once the hive swarms, it technically goes about a mile. So if I find a bee tree, I want this swarm trap about 3/4 of a mile away from that hive. I would like to know where the prevailing wind is. We'll go over all that here shortly. The trap needs to be 40 liters. I just took this one down out of the tree. Hopefully there's nothing to come out of it. No, actually I did look at it. The heat set it back up against it. 40 liters. That's basically 5 deeps and about 6 inches below.
I just want to look at this.
Oh, that's,
Sorry, I'll be back.
that's a coal frame, by the way. That's either something you're gonna melt down or it's unusable.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're wanting the smell of a hive, and what you're competing against is dead owls. You want this to smell as best you can a living actual hive. I've actually got swarm traps in my yard now that have active hives in them just to get that smell in the hive. Because I just brought them home, ran out of space in the outyard, brought them home, stuck them in here, and try to keep them from producing drones, which I think I've done very well at doing. You want an entrance. That's a 7/8 entrance. Some people do them on the front side. I've got a couple on the front side. Doesn't matter. It's just all depending on where you're going to hang the box. Because when you go to make the box, you don't want anything. A friend of mine says poke, stick, or stab. You don't want anything that's going to poke, stick, or stab that new plane when they fly in. You got nails sticking out. You can tear a wing. So I sand everything, try to get it as nice and get all the nail holes, staples. You build the box, how you bake the box. How many of you guys saving your propolis? I use Everclear, put it in it, it just tears it to pieces. It makes a nice brown film. Get it on your fingers and it's just horrible. But you paint every crease, at least I do, paint every crease inside the box. And that alcohol will evaporate and it leaves the propolis in the box. Some people paint the whole box. I didn't have enough to do that, so I painted all the creases, the frame rest. You paint it with that, and within a couple hours, the alcohol's gone and it smells like a propolized box. Everything you do to this box to make it smell like that dead out is upping your percentage. If you find a bee tree, I've done some beelining, and I know where they're at, and I'm upwind of them, so the smell of this box is going to be blowing toward them. I've got that prevailing wind behind it. In the morning, when you set, well, let's go ahead and do that. When you set up the box, looking at this box, your entrance is here, so I want this side facing east. So I'm going to hang it on that tree. I'm going to put the old brood comb. Well, let's back up a little bit of it. It's got a vent hole in the back. Serves two purposes. It vents the hive in case I don't get to it and it's in a hot location. But it also lets that smell of this hive come up. You put that up against that sunny side, it heats that sunny side up, gets that good comb smell going. You're also going to put 2 drops of the swarm lure of your choice. You can use lemongrass, Swarm Commander works better. I don't have any luck with lemongrass. I did a study 1 year. I put out 7 hives, same field. Got 1 swarm in the lemongrass and got 7 in the total in the Swarm Commander box. You're gonna be paying $28, but what's $28 when you catch a free box of bees? Is it free? Who thinks the swarm's free? Lumber costs money, paint costs money, your time is money. I'm out there checking them every 14 days. That's gas, they're not free.
I get 3 swarms, so I can spread that out over 3 swarms.
Yeah, you can spread that out over 3 swarms. Then you put your other frames in. I run 5 or 6 frames. I seem to have better luck in the 5 frames. But anything, like I said, that you put in this hive that makes it smell like a dead out, ups your percentage.
So when you set this trap out, you have the blank frames in it?
Yes, I want, because when the scout bees come in, the first scout bee will find it, she'll walk around, and Tom Seeley's book will tell you all this. She will walk and measure the inside of this hive. You'd think an insect with that small a brain couldn't figure this out, but they're smarter than we are. She'll walk the inside of this hive, she'll figure out the distance, she'll see that there's something already here for us to immediately start work on. This being, I use fishing line on my foundationless frames. It's 30-pound test line. That's not going to impede them. She'll be able to fly right from one side to the other. Some of these guys, they'll tell you to put a 10-frame box out and fill it full of comb. It may work, but I have better luck than most people that I know swarm trapping. And I didn't really half try this year. This is the important part. You take a little sandwich bag, snack bag. I'll take a nail and I'll knock about 3 holes in the box. The ladies know what these are. They're makeup pads. Put you about 2 drops of or 1 squirt of Swarm Commander. I didn't even bring it in. Sorry. It's a little spray bottle. I was going to let you pass it around and let you smell it. But it supposedly mimics the come here pheromone. Drop that in the bottle. Make sure it goes to the bottom.
Cotton ball or something?
Cotton ball would work. I just used the little pads because they're flat. It's not something poofed up in the bottom of the hive that they're going, up. What are we walking over?
$1 or $2 Dollar Tree.
Oh, really? I never bought a makeup pad before. Maybe I need to discover that, I don't know.
They're only like $1 something at Walmart. I think they're 50 in the home maybe.
You can get them at the Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree. I think that's where we bought ours at Dollar Tree.
Oh, really?
Once you get it ready, you put a drop of your swarm lure of choice on. I put it on the brood frame because I'm trying to, like I said, get that smell out into the atmosphere so they smell it. Because I don't know how many people have open fed this year. I have to open feed because I can't spend all day filling up high top feeders. But I can go out there and there won't be a bee next to this feeder. And by the time I get all of it full, I've got bees all over me. They smell it that quick. They're like dogs. They are cattle too. I've been putting out 5 gallons of sugar water at around 12 o'clock every day. You can go out there at 11:30, there won't be no bees around the feeder. I get there at 12:15, they're waiting on me. They are waiting on me. So they know when plants are going to start putting out their nectar. And then if you watch early in the morning, you'll see up till about 12 o'clock, you'll see just loads of pollen coming in. And then you'll see a few get the landing board hard with a little bit of nectar. That fades and then the wave of nectar coming in. At least in the fall. In the spring, it's all together at the same time, but in the fall, it seems like nectar follows the pollen flow. But you get it all put together, put your lid on it, hang it in the tree, 14 days later, come back and check it. Hopefully you're seeing bees coming in now. If not, better stick your ear to it if there's not poison oak hanging on the tree. That's a whole new story. Obviously, if there's bees coming in and out of it, you want to pick them up at night. Because at night, everybody's in the hive. I've got videos on YouTube where there's 6 pounds of bees hanging on the outside of the hive. That was a nightmare. Because you can't rustle bees into a hive. If you don't, always take the lid off, look down in there. There's another reason for knocking on it. Wasp, if they built a nest in the hive, your bees will not take the swarm trap. You'll see videos, a couple of mine, where they're building on the bottom of the box. They find it, they like it, they get there, by the time the swarm leaves, maybe a week later after they found it, a wasp has moved in and started building a nest. They will not run that 1 or 2 wasps out. They'll end up building on the bottom for some crazy reason. Then you have a cutout trap. And then you need to have, I always make sure I have a couple extra traps when I'm picking up traps, just in case. You set this one down inside the other one. You can always carry a board where you screw it together and take it off. Then you can do whatever you want to with it in broad daylight instead of trying to keep them getting snake bit. Because I think I had 3 traps in places I had permission to do. It's fun. Swarm trapping is fun. Like I said, you check it, another drop on, I'll put a drop on the front, come back 14 days. I've covered everything.
And you come back in 14 days, if there's nothing there, do you come back in 14 more days, or?
14 more days, or it's location, location, location. Good example, I had a trap on that side of the road. Been checking it religiously. Checked it about every 7 to 10 days. Didn't get anything. I was pulling out from the little cubby hole and I was looking and I thought, let's move it to that side of the road. Moved it to the other side of the road, maybe 3 foot back into the tree line. Came back a week later, I had a box full of bees. It's all about location. You've got to get in their, what I call their highways, or their paths of travel. It's like you're walking down the road. If you're walking down this side of the road and the wind's blowing that way, and there's a dead coyote or something over in the ditch, you don't smell it. But if the wind's blowing this way and you're walking down the road, you know it's there. That's why I was saying the prevailing wind. You kind of want the smell of this box going toward it if you know where the hive's at.
So their road is likely to be within the trees rather than in the open?
It depends. Usually it's going to be in the tree lines. Most of the feral bee hives that I've found
Like right along the edge?
right along the edge. They might be one tree back from the front row. And the thing that and it's research and I can't argue with it, but I do not put these 12 to 15 feet in the air. You're looking for a trip to the emergency room. I'm sorry, but you're looking for a trip to the emergency room. I'll take and put the spike in the tree as high as I can reach, which I'm a bit taller than everybody, this gentleman can do that, and just hang it there. That way, when I walk up to it, I'm basically looking right in the entrance. Most of the time, you can just drive up, spotlight it. If it's close enough to the road, and only you know where it's at, you can drive on because you know there's nothing there. The fun part, though, is when you get there and you're like, jackpot. Of course, you don't know what you've got. It may be some of the sorriest bees you've ever had, but they're survivors. And then you may have some that Purdue University is looking for. Because I've got a couple of swarms that I got this year that I've had to replace the entrance reducers twice. They chewed the wood up. They've chewed the front of the hive up. And went down to North Jackson bee meeting and they had Dorothy Morgan with Purdue. And the mite maulers or ankle biters, I don't know which one it is. But she was like, yeah, she made that point in her talk. Said, if you've got bees that are chewing your hives up, we want them. Because mites, if they have no way to stop him from bleeding. So if the bees chew just one leg off, that mite will bleed to death and die. Didn't know that. Supposedly these pseudo-scorpions that are in the hive do a lot of chewing on the mites too. So is it really the bees that are doing it? Or is it the scorpions? She could probably answer a little bit more of that.
It's probably the pseudoscorpion. They're not actual scorpions.
Yeah, they're not actually scorpions, if that's what they call them.
They're earwigs.
Really? They'll
They're
chew the mites, or they?
Cool.
Because we've had a lot of different in the bee yard.
Yeah.
I'll quit killing
They're,
They're,
they're
them. Start
not,
feeding them.
they're not the big ones that you're thinking.
No.
They're,
they're little.
Yeah, that's why we have a lot of them.
they're like.
Bigger or little?
The little
Inch
bitty-
long, maybe, half inch?
No,
These are littler than that.
No,
What he's talking about.
they're
Oh.
small like mine.
Oh, okay. Done.
Riding around in early spring, how to find the bees, look at your blooming trees. I'll give you just a quick list: pear tree, apples, peaches, plums, Oregon grapes. They start blooming in the first part of February, sometimes about back into January. Red maples, that's your first pollen source. Where we live, I've got a circle and I walk 2 or 3 times a week because it's got Oregon grapes, it's got the red bud, it's got a bunch of red bud trees. So once I see the red buds blooming, I know those hives are getting ready to start kicking in high gear because the pollen sources are coming in. Nurse bees are going to go, okay, we're started, now let's go. Rosemary blooms late winter, early winter, or early part of spring. Crab apples, Bradford pears, they will work them as a last resort. Got a lady down the road's got a row of them, and every once in a while, if there's nothing else blooming, they're all over it. Weeping cherries, cherry trees, mustard greens. If you plant greens and let them seed, you gardeners, they'll be all over the mustard greens. Bright yellow quality. Henbit, a little purple weed that's in your yard that just takes over in early spring. Dandelions. If I'm driving down the road, she gets tired of hearing it. I'll pull over the side of the road and I'm looking out the window looking at the dandelions to see if there's bees there. Well, I can figure out that I need to put a trap over here. If you find some place or hear of it where somebody's had a swarm before, the swarms land usually within 100 meters of where the original hive is before they start looking for a home. Most time they know where their home is because they've been looking for a week before. But they usually land within 100 meters of the original hive location. So if somebody tells me I've got a swarm in the yard, well, I'm going to be kind of looking in that, usually around 50 or less usually. Because if you guys notice your hives, when they swarm, they'll come out and they'll go in a tree that's just 10, 15 feet away. So it's just simple things like that, common sense things that tell you, hey, if bees are foraging on this, they're somewhere within a 3-mile radius. Italians, they're lazy. They don't really go more than a mile away from the hive. They say some of them will travel up to 5 miles. If that's true, my hives are visiting my outyards. Because I've got one that's like 4.5 miles straight shot, and another one that's like 3. So they're actually, if they do, they're crossing over. Let's see, is there anything else?
You ever found wax moths in your frame?
Very soon, because that frame is actually came out of one of the ones that I pulled down the other day that's been out all year. Some of them, yeah, they're ate up. I guess it depends on location. Placing the trap, like I said, back in the tree line. You want it heating up in the summer or in the morning sun, cool in the afternoons, and where the trees, when they put on leaves, will kind of shade it. Because who likes living in a hot house, and all of mine are dark, mine are camouflage, so you ride down the road, don't know where they're at. Because like I said, I don't have permission to be on these right-of-ways. Hang the box, like I said, high as you can. That's basically it. Just got to make sure that you've got plenty of wood wire to put it in. Because if you're lucky, you're going to hit that jackpot. And I feel like Ebenezer Scrooge when I see bees, and I'm like, boy, I'm looking around. I'm just a kid at heart at Christmas time when I see bees in a swarm trap. Any questions?
He talked about using the propolis to kind of bake that hive, paint around. When you all clean up your boxes for the winter and you scrape the stuff off, that's the propolis.
Keep,
Keep that, scrape it off on a newspaper or something, don't let that get away from you, because that's what you're gonna put into Everclear.
I've got a big baking sheet from where we were cleaning out a house, and it
I've got a
fits.
bunch of them, and they're perfect, like.
It fits, I've got a workbench out in front of my
Yeah.
workshop, and it slides just perfect in between them. But I just built it to make a hive stand out of it, and I got thinking, I'm painting and using this for everything, so I left it there. I just set it up there, and it fell in between, and the lids held it in place. I thought, hey, you couldn't get no luckier than this. And right now, it's full of propolis, so I'm out there scraping it in it. But yeah, that's the honeybee's medicine cabinet. You know, it's antibacterial, antimicrobial. I make tincture out of it. Talking about getting rid of a mouth sore real quick. Get well. You can supposedly have an allergic reaction to it though.
Would you say to get rid of a mouse?
Mouth sore.
What, do you slosh the tincture around your mouth?
I just do it in the
Or dab it
Everclear,
on.
or if you don't like the harshness of Everclear, use vodka, but it takes about 2 months to get it to dissolve all over the vodka. Short Mountain Distillery has moonshine that doesn't have that Everclear bite to it. Makes it pretty good, but it's a nice little road trip. Anything, you got any other questions? Because this is going to be something that you're going to be going in March going, what the heck was that? How do I do this?
That's why you have to upload
Shameless
on
plug,
YouTube, so I
Willie
can
B's
watch it over.
Apiary on YouTube.
Plug it again?
Willie B's Apiary, WOOLIE B''S, Apiary. Just common sense beekeeping. Stuff that some of them won't tell you. There's, like I told Kevin, I said, there's only like 2 subjects that's off limits.
Is there any particular dimensions those swarm boxes are?
40 liters.
There's, 40 liters, but shameless plug, I've got a video series on these. And one of the videos is making the swarm box. Down in the description, I give you the exact dimensions.
If you got 10 tons, like Douglas Beekeepers, mark your bills.
That Tom City book has dimensions too.
Yeah. But it's basically a 10-frame box. It's got dimensions, but I like giving them the extra space below instead of just having that big, huge monster. And it's a lot this skinny thing is a lot easier than having a 10-frame box. Trying to do it, I can just grab this and go. I can just grab it by the, because, one thing I did leave out. If you're hanging it with this, hang it on the tree, you want it angled up a little bit. That's why there's 2 inches down here in the nail. If you hang, bees love to walk up, as I was talking about doing the shake swarm. They love to walk up and they go up. It's not a big angle, it's just enough to get that bubble basically on level to hit that back mark. Gives them just enough of an angle. They love walking up. You can watch any of the guys on YouTube shaking swarms. They'll all put them on a sheet or something and make them walk into the hive. They call it the march. Because once that first set of bees start fanning that come here pheromone, it's like a rush for that door. Any other questions? Hopefully I haven't stammered and confused you even more. So the public speaking.
Thank you. So, I mean, connect the dots. The reason we wanted to do this now, and I think Lincoln will tell you, if you want to buy packages, you can buy packages of bees, but the queen's going to die or fail probably in about 60 or 90 days, and it's